Come with me to see the land of the rising sun. Let me show you its people and places which I won't ever forget, where natural beauty is astounding and visitors are welcomed like an emperor, where the past and the future blend into a unique mixture, and wherever you go, you meet friendly people and make memories unlike anywhere else in the world. In 2 fascinating weeks in Japan, together with my sister, we've had great experiences. We found new flavors, and we've seen how tradition and history are cherished till this very day. Come see the land that symbolizes harmony. And where nature and tranquility coexist with crowded cities and rich culture. Come with me on a journey through Japan. Hello from Dubai. I'm on my way to Osaka. Together with my sister, we'll travel across Japan for the next 2 weeks. It's my first time in Japan and I'm very excited to go there. I was planning to make a really big tour around the country, but 2 weeks isn't actually a lot for a country that has so much to offer. So for now we plan to do a very classic route, which means we are going to start in Osaka, then we will go to Kyoto for a few days, and at the end we will stay in Tokyo for about a week, probably doing a few day trips from there. Japan is one of those places that's probably on everybody's bucket list, somewhere where you just have to go at some point of time. And the thing is that there's so many places to go that it's really hard to get to grips and plan your itinerary. So I haven't really done a whole lot of planning before that trip. I just figured out what are the top places to visit in each of the cities, book some accommodations in advance, and just be spontaneous for the rest of the trip. Also, my travel dates are flexible, so I might also go somewhere else at the end of my trip, for example to Korea. Our first order of business in Osaka was Namba district, famous for the animated Glycomen billboard and the lively Dotonbori area, which is packed with restaurants. All of them are advertised by very elaborate banners and signboards. We tried the specialty dish of Osaka. It's called okonomiyaki. It's a thick pancake made of flour and root vegetables. It's served to you on a teppan, a grill fitted into the dining table. So whenever you see a teppanyaki restaurant, it means it is a place with Japanese grill, and it really is quite yummy. We got a glimpse of the city's panorama from the Umeda Sky building. From its 39th floor, you can see the Gate Tower building, with a highway running inside it. During our trip, we stayed in different accommodations. I made sure that we spend at least one night in a Japanese ryokan. Ryokan is a traditional Japanese guest house, and it's a very different experience from staying in a Western-style hotel. Fitted with tatami mats, futon beds, sliding doors, and bathing facilities, some of which I admit I don't really understand, it really gives you a unique feel of Japanese hospitality. Every decent ryokan will provide a yukata, a rather stylish robe that you tie with a strap.
How the hell do I tie this? Nieważne.
Ryokans are still quite popular in Japan, and you can find them in every price range. This one was the cheap option, which apparently is called minshoku, but still it had everything you need for a comfortable night. We spent our second day visiting the Osaka castle, the main landmark of the city that attracts many visitors. It's surrounded by a large park, with an occasional market where you can buy some handicraft. The castle itself is a reconstruction, but it's surrounded by a complex system of authentic medieval walls meant to fend off invaders and built of stone with meticulous precision. To finish our stay in Osaka, we dropped by Shinsekai district and the Tsutenkaku Tower, another landmark of the city, completed in 1956. I wish we could have stayed longer, but it was time to move on to the next stop in our journey.
1番線に天王寺行きが到着します。危険ですから白線の内側でお待ちください。
We headed to Nara, not far away to the east from Osaka.
1番線に到着の電車は梅田難波方面天王寺行きです。ご乗車ありがとうございます。
Nara has the largest concentration of historical landmarks in Japan except Kyoto. You can visit multiple Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines here, observing how both religions have different or sometimes similar rituals. Here, for example, the Shinto way of giving offering and prayer. Every Shinto shrine has a purification fountain. Purity is a key principle in Shinto, so you should use the fountain to wash your hands and mouth before entering the shrine. The most famous in Nara is the Todaiji Buddhist temple, with the 16-meter Daibutsu statue, the Great Buddha. Until the end of the 20th century, the Great Buddha Hall of the Todaiji Temple used to be the largest wooden building in the world. Before entering a Buddhist temple, you can light an incense, the smoke of which is also supposed to have purifying power. Inside the temple, you can meet Agyo, the Todaiji guardian, looking rather intimidating. There are some funny superstitions related to the temple, such as that squeezing through the hole in the pillar will bring you luck. An important part of a Shinto shrine is tori, a gate made of wood. Buddhism and Shinto are two dominant religions in Japan. They share a lot of similarities, and as Shinto is open to other beliefs, many Japanese declare belonging to both communities. The beginning of May in Japan has a number of public holidays, which together are called the Golden Week. In that time, you often see people dressed in traditional clothes, attending various ceremonies or just parading in the open air wearing their beautiful kimonos. Here you can see ima, wooden plates with your wishes that you leave at the shrine. The temple area in Nara is huge. One day is not nearly enough to visit all the sites spread across the park. However, there's one more thing the park is known for, probably much more than for the temples themselves. More than 1,200 deers roam freely around the park, letting themselves be fed by the tourists. Sometimes to the point of being fed up. Once considered sacred, the Sika deer of Nara are now a protected natural treasure. The signage around the park says they are semi-wild animals, but they will easily let you approach them or even pet them should you wish so. Just don't expect too much of their interest unless you have something to eat for them. So we're having a pretty nice day so far. We've been to Osaka, where we've seen the main attractions of the city, and now we're in Kyoto, where we're also seeing the highlights, and we managed to find some good food. We're planning to stay here for one more day, and then we're moving to Tokyo to spend about 4 days in there. So to me, Japan so far is pretty much how I imagined it to be. There's a lot of customs and behaviors in people that is just funny to observe. Their culture is extremely rich, the architecture and cities are beautiful, pretty busy, a little bit chaotic, but it's very enjoyable to see it with your own eyes. Kyoto is the most historic city of Japan and used to be the capital of the country for over 1,000 years. The first place that we went to is the most famous location in Kyoto, the Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine. There are about 10,000 torii gates at the shrine, meandering around the hills that surround the main site. The shrine is dedicated to Inari, the god of rice, sake and prosperity. Each gate has been donated by people or businesses in hope for good luck, and the symbols written at the back of the gates are names of the donors. We moved around Kyoto quite a bit during the 2 full days that we stayed there. Japan is all about harmony, and indeed, whenever you feel overwhelmed by the noise and intensity of the cities, there's always a park or temple nearby where you can go to calm your senses. Kyoto is really beautiful, except that it's a weekend and a public holiday at the same time, so everywhere we go is extremely crowded. To avoid crowds on our second day in Kyoto, we chose to go to Daitokuji, a huge temple complex in the northwest of the city, which features several Zen gardens and a tomb of a samurai. Zen gardens are designed to stimulate meditation, usually by arranging stones and rocks into complex landscapes inspired by nature. Tiny stones, shaped into wavy patterns, are supposed to resemble rough seas, and the rocks sticking out of them are meant to be islands emerging from the water. Of course, there's also luscious greenery, with plenty of flowers that will make you feel like you've already transcended into the afterworld. I'm in the Imamiya shrine in Kyoto. There's like 10 different ceremonies going on at the same time. I have no idea what they are about, but still it's interesting to see the people in their festive clothes showing off their fancy costumes. This year's Golden Week in Japan was quite unique. First of all, bank holidays aligned perfectly with weekends to give 10 consecutive days off in total. Japanese people are very hardworking and they don't get many holidays, so such amount of free time was something really special. In addition, 1st May was the coronation day of the new emperor, Naruhito, who took over the reign from Akihito, his father. These 8 girls are dressed as Miko, temple maidens who are about to give a dance performance. But first, let them take a group picture to commemorate this very special Golden Week. We went to a nearby restaurant for lunch to experience some traditional Japanese dining. Which in fact turned out to be way more traditional and ceremonial than either of us had expected.
Where do you come from? Poland. Poland. Poland っていうと next to Germany. Germany, Poland. You speak? It's big, yeah. Sorry. What is this thing called? 精進料理. It's a temple food. Temple food, yes. Yes, we are at the Daitokuji temple and hold a ceremony. We serve this dish. And Daitokuji tomb is of a high-class samurai. It's a burdock root. It's also root. Yuba. Green one is a tofu skin. Is a black 2 pieces. Is fu is made of gluten. The black one is a mushroom.
It was an incredibly good meal, and the staff seemed so proud to have us that even the chef went out from the kitchen to greet us when we were leaving. Back to the Imamiya shrine, Miko were performing what I later identified as Kagura dance. A legend about the dance has it that Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun, once went into hiding in a cave and thus brought cold and darkness upon the world. In a rescue mission, other gods performed a loud dance that made Amaterasu emerge to see what the noise was about. And as you can hear, the musicians in Kyoto really did their best to make sure that even the saints are woken up. Apparently the event that we witnessed was the Imamiyasai, a religious festival featuring multiple celebrations held over a few days. One part of the festival is a street procession, where local men carry a portable shrine called mikoshi. As you can see, it takes a lot of preparation, but soon enough the men depart and parade through the streets to free the city from disease and bring good luck to the people.